Hopefully that's it. I'm gonna close the door before the beasts come up. All right. Let's see. There. All right. Hello, hello. Hey, Pam. You're going to be so excited tonight. I put a card together just special for you. So exciting. So, but first, I wanted to show you these 3 cards. Open house on Sunday. This Sunday. It's coming up fast and furious. So, hello. I had to catch my breath. I ran to close the door before the dog came up. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm Shannon, and I'm with Paper Delights, and you can find me on Facebook. I come on every evening at 7 o'clock to motivate you and inspire you and fire the imagination. So I wanted to show you these cards because they're all basically the same concept. So we did this one a little while ago where we punched the pictures out. Hey, Hannah. We punched out the shapes and then we put it on the nice foil backing. So then I did the opposite, whereas I took the punched out and I put it on the squares. Lining up the little squares is a little tricky. So I thought, well, hey, I can do it on some circles, and you don't have to worry too much about lining everything up. So I wanted to show you these because they're all basically the same concept, right? Where you take the leaf and you put it on a little backing. So it doesn't take a lot of paper, it doesn't take a lot of material in order to make some really nice, pretty little cards. So I thought I would show you those, because like I said, the stamps make it super easy and you don't have to. I did this right from the paper, the designer series paper. So even if you didn't have the actual stamp set, but you just had the punches, yeah, absolutely. You could use scrap colors and so on and so forth. So I think it's a really good value little punch to have. So, all right. So those are the ones I wanted to show you. But here we go. Drum roll, Pam. Ta-da! This is what we're making tonight. So I've got a bunch of cards to finish up. So I know how much you love those rings, but I thought I would add another layer to it and turn it into an oval, because, you know, that's how I roll. So again, just taking some Floral Wild, which I have not been able to find again. Everyone's been purchasing it to put in masks. They're using it for the nose parts and the homemade masks. So it's really hard to find the floral wiring. Trust me, I look every time I go. But how I made the oval was I took the oval from the die set and I just followed the groove, because there's like a little, almost like a little trench, and I just put the wire in the little trench and followed it all the way around. And when I got back to the top, I just cut it and then I glued it to the paper. See, that's it, that's all. So you can make circles, you can make ovals, whatever shape you happen to have around the house. So I went ahead and I glued this one on already. Again, from the designer series paper, and then I had a nice piece of the foil. So this one's a really fancy one, right? So then my idea was I have all these pretty, guess they're wheat. I think they look like wheat. From the sunflower bundle. That is so pretty. So I thought it would look really nice to sort of layer them up around the oval, and then we can do a nice little bow and call it a day, right? All right, so let me put a couple of pieces down first, and then we can start layering it up. So we'll put this one down, and then we'll put this one down, and then we'll start layering up that one. So for this card, I hadn't really thought beyond the pieces. So we could be adding some of the pine cones and such to it. So I do find that the hoops do make it a little tricky to sort of play around with it ahead of time because things tend to slip and slide, but a few well-placed glue dots can help sort of secure it in place. So I thought, I don't know how many layers, like I almost thought that we could go like a partial wreath. Could even do some this way. See, we could even turn it this way. Let's see. Although that wasn't my intention when I put the wreath on, but we could put it so that it almost like comes around. But I think I'll stick with my original idea, which was to have it up because I have a bit bigger space here, and that was where I was thinking like a bow and greetings and all the rest of that stuff would go. So I'm thinking the darker one on the bottom. So let me grab the few glue dots I have left. I have to send my son to go pick me up some glue dots at Michael's because I'm all out. And I gotta put my order in, but it won't be here for a while yet. So the only drag when you're on quarantine is I can't run and do errands. And my son, he obliges me, but I'm sure there's much other things he'd rather be doing than running into Michael's for me. So, all right, so I'm just sort of layering this on. Just sort of trying to catch it. We can trim it there afterwards. So I wasn't going to put too many. I know, I feel badly for him too. I wasn't going to put too many because I thought we could also add, like I said, and I hadn't really thought this one out too much. I tried to put it together really quick, special for you, Pam, but I thought we could add some of the punched out. We could add some of the leaves. We can add, I'm just trying to grab them here. The little, it's nice for storage, but trying to get my big fat fingers into catching all the punched out leaves is a bit of a challenge at times, at least to do it quickly. So we could almost layer it like that. I need one more color just to break it up a bit. What do you think? Should I stop or should I keep going? There, and then I've got some ribbon we can try. All right, let's see if I can glue dot some of these together. All right, so that one was down. I'm gonna put that one there, that one there. Now my glue dots are big enough I can kind of catch. Oh, hi Francesca, thank you. I can catch some of the ones I'm trying to do here. And I'm sort of moving them down a little bit because I think I'm going to put my bow right about there. And the great thing about glue dots is you can always rearrange it. So, where's the card that I had with my bows? Aha, here it is. So, we've got some bow choices. We can do a nice linen thread. So here. So a nice linen thread like that, or we can do a gold sort of shimmery bow, or we can do a little bit larger linen thread. So which one do you like? The gold, the double thin linen thread, or the thicker linen thread? So while you guys are deciding, I will put this down real quick. So we've got oh my goodness, so many options. Gold, gold, thinner, better than thicker, larger. Well, I'm here, so I think the gold has got feather punch. Yeah, you could totally do a feather punch with the oval hoops for sure. So I think I'm going to do the gold, and I'm going to add just one more leaf underneath because I've got a bit of a space here. Because the gold is just a smidgen smaller, so there. And we'll save this one for this card here. There we go. So really simple. Like I said, we could add some more. We could just keep going, but it's always good to walk away before it gets too much. There. There's a hoopy one just for you, Pam, because I know how much you love the hoops. All right, next card. Let me try and get some of this stuff out of the way. All right. So for this card, I've just got crumb cake as the base because I wanted the paper to be the main star. I love this paper. I did a pumpkin with this paper and then a nice metallic stem. So pretty. It will be available for sale on Sunday. And then I have a nice simple oval, the same crumb cake. And then the idea was that we've got a nice brushed metallic. This one is either the gold. It's not copper for sure. Maybe the bronze? I don't know. It's the lightest one. And then I have the same color, mint macaron. And just a couple of very similar, so we're sort of sticking with the same tones. And then again, I had a bow. We can either do the thick linen, the gold. I could make another gold one if we thought the gold one would work, or the thin linen, or I can get the gold, or I can get the gold thread and do a double knot for the gold thread. Which one do you guys like? I don't know why it's pixelated. I don't know if it's pixelated for you guys or is that just for me? All right. Thin linen, thick linen, or should we do the gold? See, the gold doesn't quite go because this is more like the coppery-esque kind. Thick or thin. All right, well, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to put this one down. So today is the last day for the card buffet. Next month I'm going to have something different in honor of Breast Cancer Month. So stay tuned for that. I've got a few ideas I need to bounce off Marianne. So the thin, yeah, I think the thin one looks best too. I was sort of looking at it. I think I would tend to agree. But honestly, you can do whatever you like. These leaves, it makes everything so simple and so pretty. You could do fall colors. You can do, I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to be a fall card, right? Like it could be for a different season. And then the thin one, I think. I agree. All right. Whoops. There. All right. All right. The next one I have is this one. We're sort of finishing up my fall cards so that I can have them all ready for you guys for this sale. Sorry, there's some sticky stuff here that I want to try and get off. There we go. Trying to finish up all my fall cards so that I can put them out on sale. So this one, I have a Happy Thanksgiving. So the idea, and I have this nice wood grain. So this is from the In Good Taste. So starting October 1st is the Designer Series paper sale, and it is going to be spectacular. So a lot of the Designer Series paper is going to be on sale. The Forever Greenery, the Plaid Tidings, Whale of a Time, In This Night. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff with that probably next week. Playing with Patterns, Snowflake, Heartward Hugs, Told Tidings, so pretty. We're going to do that in a couple of weeks. Trimming the Town, we'll probably play with that in a couple of weeks. The Poinsettia. So all these papers, the Peony Garden CA, I've been using mine. I haven't even put it in Good Taste. And there's a couple more that I don't have that will all be on sale. 15% off starting in October. So it's a great time to sort of maybe stock up on some Christmas paper. But the In Good Taste, so the one with all the wood grain and stuff, that one's on sale too, which is an amazing deal. And if you don't already have this pack, it's a fantastic pack. It's got such beautiful wood grains and other sort of backgrounds. So my idea was this, and then this, and I probably should not have glued this down. Let's see if I can save it. Yay. So my idea was this, and then this, and then our leaves. Now I wanted to show you a trick that I've learned recently about tying bows and knots and stuff. So what they do, I am going to get, just trying to think of what I can grab here to show you with, here, I'll show you with this one. So if you tie it around a block, so let's say you want to tie, this has been my latest trick and it's fantastic, I love it. Because often you want to have a bow or a knot, but you want it to go around the card. So what you do is you tie it to the block. So whether it be a knot or a bow, whatever you want, right? Whatever you decide. And you can fix your bow, you can tie it tight, and then you go to the back and you snip the back. Oh, look at that. And then you have your perfectly bowed piece just to go and wrap around so that you don't have the whole amount of ribbon around the card. It's just going around the edges. Isn't that the best trick ever? I'm telling you, it's my new favorite trick. So that's how I did this one, was I tied it around the block, tied the knot, because I didn't want a bow, I just wanted a knot, and then I clipped the back, and so now I can glue it down. It's so fun. All right, so it's my new favorite trick. Well, that's what I was thinking. Saves on a ton of ribbon, because then you don't have to wrap it around. And sometimes some of the ribbon can be quite bulky to wrap around. So now, there we go. There. All right. So my idea for that was that. And then again, just taking some of the pieces, layering them up. I think I'll do this one up here and this one down here. And then I've got my Happy Thanksgiving. I mean, you could add a ton of leaves. You could add a few more, but let's stamp this first. I just love the wood grain with the different colored leaves, I think it all sort of suits. Am I straight? Not exactly, but good enough. So, and then I'm going to get my lovely pick a size punch, which is fantastic. Just slide it in. Oh. All right, made a boo-boo. Do the other side. It's a great thing about paper. If you make a mistake, you just flip it over and do it on the other side. So I'm going to put it close to the edge because now I'm thinking I'll attach it on the opposite side than what I had originally planned on it, but that is okay. You can sort of tuck it under like that. A little something like that was my idea. A happy Thanksgiving. All right, so let me pop this up so I can get some leaves in behind it. Like that. I'll just tuck it underneath like that. And then I can trim the stems as I need to fit underneath. So, do we want them all up top like that? Or do we want a few on the bottom? I kind of like that. What do we think? All up top? Or some on the bottom? I kind of like it like this, actually. I'm kind of liking it like this. All right, I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, all on the top. I agree. Some on the bottom. We could put one or two. I want this one sort of going over. I do have a few more here, so I can toss some underneath as well. Let's see, got this one here. Let's see what else we have. And this one here. How about that? I think that looks nice. There you go. Most on the top, a few on the bottom. But when you're putting your card together, you can put as many as you'd like. It's a great thing about these leaves, the love of leaves. You can add as many leaves as you want to. There. All right. We'll add, I think we need a few gems. A few pearls, a few gems. Let's see. I've ordered myself a few more because I've been using them all up. So these are some lovely sort of the metallic pearls. And then there's these ones, the gilded gems, but I find that, oh, I think it might be okay. This one is, I think, the largest gem I've seen them have. It's fairly substantial, but oh, I think we can pull it off. It is pretty. There. What about these ones? Do you think we need some gems on these ones? maybe some of the little ones. So originally in my idea with this one, I was going to stamp something down here, but with the leaves like that, I don't think I will. I think it looks, so I might have trimmed off, like made the paper a little bit smaller, but I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I don't think if anyone's getting this in the mail, they're going to be saying, oh, I don't know, you should have trimmed off 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. That would have really helped pull it all together. They're just going to be so happy that they got mail. I got a request from a friend whose son's 8th birthday. And of course, with the pandemic and everything going on, she was like, please mail cards, birthday cards. I was like, I am all over that. So there's our 3 cards for this evening. I've got one more I'm going to finish off, so that'll be ready for the card sale. Basically, it's the same kind of idea, but I use the stitched seams that comes in the stamp set as well. So basically, it's the same kind of concept, just a little different. That's all. So I will finish that, and it will be ready for the card sale. Again, if you're interested in anything from the card buffet, today is the last day, so please let me know. If you place an order this month, you will also receive this bonus pack of Designer Series paper, as well as these sort of these labels. I don't know what they're called. They're more than just labels, but I guess that's what they are, labels. So, all right. So there you go. There's our cards for this evening. Do you guys have any favorites? Well, thanks, Marianne. They're all nice. I agree. Although I do like the wood with the plaid. That does sort of like make me think of Thanksgiving. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me this Friday evening. You can't see, but I'm already in my pajamas. So hopefully you guys are all having, of course, the hoop one. Of course, Pam, I should not have even bothered to ask, of course. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Please like and share. Please pass on the card sale to anyone who might need some cards to send out, or if they're looking for something safe, a little drive, come over, pick a few cards, get back in their card, go home. If they're looking for a little outing to do that's physically distanced and fun and safe, then please send them my way. That would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you either on Sunday. If not, I will see you Monday at 7. Thanks so much, and have a great weekend.